What if I told you there is a god of Rizz? One so powerful that he can pull any girl with a simple gaze. You're probably thinking about Duke Dennis, Jack Harlow, or LeGoat James.
You are my sunshine.
But no, there is another, one that has been lost to time. His name is no other than Christopher Wilde of the Blue Sharingan. If you've seen Starstruck, you know who this guy is. It's a Disney Channel original movie from 2010, so most older Gen Z like me and millennials know about this. But for you youngins out there is a level to Rizz that you need to learn from this man right here. The first thing Christopher does is hit this girl named Jessica with a door. Like no joke, just slams her with the door.
Oh. Ow. Did I just hit you?
No, the door hit me by itself.
I know that may seem extreme, but I promise you it's all a part of his master plan. He channeled his aura to perfectly time when she would be next to the door, and now she is forced to talk to him. He then rizzes her while she's literally suffering from head trauma that he caused.
It's nice to meet you, Jessica.
Oh, I can think of nicer ways.
I mean, she can't notice if you're chopped if she can't think straight, right? Chris never lets her think that he's wrong about anything. He can't show that he is an empathetic person. He simply gaslights her into thinking she's the problem even though all she wanted to do was go home. It's genius! She wants to go home, but he simply doesn't do it. His goal is to pull no matter the cost. He can't take no for an answer. He just makes up reasons to justify his actions. I guess it's not kidnapping if you convince yourself it's not.
Calm down, okay?
I don't want to calm down. I want to go home. Okay?
Ow! What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Nothing. Nothing. I'm looking forward to being grounded until I'm 30.
Oh, is that why you're so crabby?
I'm not crabby.
Oh, not crabby, defensive.
He literally plays his own music in the car just so he can impress the huzz. Quality work. She seems hard to get now, but you have to let Chris cook. No joke, he literally wears her dead grandpa's hat and tries to do the shoulder tappers. This is diabolical. His blue eyes from the Wild clan allows him to do this unscathed. But if you do have Rizz eyes, don't forget to gaslight her again. It's a part of the hypnotic process. After Chris smacks her with the door once more, he takes Jessica on a tour all around LA and then plays his song on the radio again the entire time they ride around. I'm telling y'all, Chris is a master of hypnosis. Now every time Jessica thinks of LA, she's gonna reminisce on her time with Chris. He's prepping for the final shot.
I thought you liked me.
You thought wrong.
But everyone likes me. Why is it that you don't like me?
Maybe because you think everybody likes you.
Once again, Chris does not take no for an answer. It seems he notices a crack in her defenses. The gaslighting is slowly working for him and he doesn't let up. Apparently, if fine shit calls you out on anything, you just double down on whatever lies you told. Chris cannot show weakness at this point.
Do you, really think I'm bossy?
No. I think you're amazing.
Ah yes, the old bait and switch technique. Once Jessica gets too mad, Chris lets up slightly to keep her hooked in. You can't scare off the huzz too fast. Once you reach this stage, you're pretty much in, but Chris likes a challenge. He then immediately devalues her self-worth and calls her an ordinary girl after spending over 24 hours trying to Rizz her. This is a masterclass technique. One wrong move and you get ghosted forever. Which kinda happened, but that's not gonna stop him, let's be for real.
I'm going to Hollywood, not Hawaii.
Just keep it. I still owe you for my stay at Garage de la Grandma.
Not much to say here. This is just an easy way to soften the blow after being a dipshit. Oh, did I mention Chris had a girlfriend during this entire time? Because Chris had a girlfriend during this entire time. Not only that, but she was also cheating on him the entire time too.
Oh, I have a date with Zach. I have to go.
Whoa, are you breaking up with me?
Uh-huh.
But it's okay. It's all a part of his master plan. You see, she broke up with him after he snitched on himself. Now he can channel all of his Rizz on Jessica. Chris literally lies that he met Jessica on national television to save his movie deal, which then forces Jessica to lie and say she never met him, which is what he wanted the entire time. A master manipulator at work. After lying and saying he never met Jessica on national television, he shows up days later to use his status and singing talent to be the center of attention. A classic narcissistic move. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the plan all comes together. Chris owns up to every instance of asshole energy that he gave off with Jessica. By doing this, he essentially makes her feel guilty for ever doubting his empathy and honesty. This is pure genius! This knowledge is too powerful. He literally gaslit his way to victory and it worked. And he's still not done. He rizzes Jessica's sister right after apologizing. The wild man has no limits. His aura immediately knocked her out right after. He puts the shades on to block his hypnotic powers. He knows the damage is done now. All of his shenanigans was to lead to this moment. This was an event I could never forget as a kid. It's like listening to Uncle Iroh teach Zuko the ways of life.
For every door hit, Zuko, is a Rizz waiting to be gaslit.
I hope you all learned something today and truly realized who is the true god of Rizz. And remember, the technique is to cause trauma, gaslit the Rizz into thinking you didn't cause the trauma, and then apologize multiple times just to end up devaluing her self-worth. Make her defend your reputation on accident so she then internalizes that everything is her fault, and then apologize for the final time to secure the bag. Ah, pure genius.